This is my trade. Lots of people ask me if I can speak lots of languages. And I do have a passable acquaintance with Greek, Latin, Dutch, Portuguese, Cantonese, Spanish, and Esperanto. Of these all, I'm perhaps most fond of Esperanto, that made-up utopian dream of a language. Proudly I say, la vivo sen Esperanto estas nemegebla al mi. Life without Esperanto is unimaginable to me. So, what is death to a linguist? What is, so to speak, worth mourning? I know this. There are over 6,900 languages in the world. At least half are expected to die within the next century. In fact, it's estimated that every 2 weeks, a language dies. I don't know about you, but this statistic moves me far more than any statistic on how many people die or animals die in a given place, in a given time. Because when we say a language dies, we're talking about a whole world, a whole way of life. It is the death of imagination, of memory. It makes me much sadder than I could ever possibly express. Even with all of my languages, there still aren't the right words. Lately, I've become worried about my wife. She used to be an upbeat person, but recently she's become very sad. She cries at everything. Long-distance phone commercials, nature specials where animals of prey get killed. Sometimes over nothing at all.
George?
She'll just be washing the dishes and then suddenly slump over.
George, I can hear you. I'm right here.
I'm just trying to explain how you've been lately.
How I've been?
Yes, your tendency lately to be kind of sad.
That's very funny. Kind of hilarious, actually, because from the way I see it, you're the one who's sad.
Me?
You.
That's ridiculous. Why should you think I'm sad? I don't cry. I don't carry on.
Exactly, that's
You're the one who can't stop crying. She cries when she makes a salad. She cries when she sweeps the floor. She cries when she pays the bills, and then she uses her tears to seal the envelopes. She even cries when she's asleep. She'll just wake up in the morning and there will be little pools of tears in her ears. She stands up and they trickle down her neck and make little pools in her collarbones and... Where are you going? And then she goes. She never wants to talk about it. No matter. It's not like I don't have other things to attend to. There are many developments in my field that I must constantly keep abreast. Too many, in fact. Mary?
Yes?
Do you know what this is?
What is what?
Husband or throw pillow, wife or hot water bottle, marriage or an old cardigan, love or explaining how to use the remote control.
What is that?
I don't know. I'm asking you. It was in my book.
That's odd.
Right here, in my book. It's a new book.
Is it a bookmark?
It's written on a scrap of paper.
Maybe some bookstore worker put it in there.
It's in your handwriting, Mary.
I don't know what you mean.
In a moment of sadness, sitting on the last lowest note, she knew they both saw the fragility of their marriage when he said, maybe we should try ballroom dancing? Mary. What does this mean? So someone else has crept into our house.
There are people, you know, who creep
And
into
put a
people's
note
houses and
into
take
my
baby's
book,
underwear.
my
so-
tea. Yes, take, operative word, not leave behind. The fragility of their marriage. What is that? What does that mean?
These notes aren't for me. How many times do I have to say it?
Just admit you're going around leaving poetry lying around the house.
It isn't me!
Now, my wife is not one to lie, nor is she one to write poetry, if that's what these notes are. It seems quite impossible that she's the one leaving these notes for me to find, and yet she's the only other person in the house besides me, and so I thought maybe I could catch her in the act. Mary?
Well, have you figured it out yet?
No, but I wanted to. Perhaps we could discuss
Discuss.
this habit of yours, this phase. I think you could use some help.
Well, now that you mention it, it would be nice if you would vacuum under the stairs.
I meant help with other issues.
What issues?
Well, the crime, among other things. I just think, and I could be wrong, but I highly doubt it, that it's normal to be this way.
Oh, so you'd rather I be your way?
What way?
It's just odd, isn't it? Just a little that we've been married for how long now? And I've never seen you cry. Not once.
Is that all?
When we're watching the news, I'm weeping and all you do is read. Earthquakes, massacres, it doesn't matter, you read.
We've talked about this. The magnitude, it numbs you. Lots of people have the same. It's our inability as humans. Large tragedies overwhelm us.
When Cookie died, you didn't even want to go to the vet.
She was your dog. She never even liked me.
And I should have known when your grandmother passed away and everyone was sobbing and you didn't even shed a tear.
Well, she was old. Plus, it's not like we were close. I mean, we didn't even speak the same language.
But still, the normal reaction is to mourn.
I do mourn. I mourn a lot.
You want ideas, not people.
Cookie wasn't a person.
She was to me!
Look, I just don't find death, a single human or canine death, a tragedy. I'm sorry, because we all die. It's not like something unnatural is happening. It's not like when my grandmother died, it was a surprise. She was an old woman. She had been sick for a long time, and she died. What, I should be
I'm leaving
devastated? What? What did you say? At this point, I thought, surely I must have misheard her. That this was all some sort of misunderstanding. That we could just go back to the way things were before. She could lie, is what I'm saying, and pretend the words that just came out of her mouth did not just come out of her mouth.
I'm leaving you.
But she doesn't. And they do.
I'm leaving.
My heart was beating very loudly, but instead of thumping, every beat was saying, take it back, take it back, take it back. Just like that, like a rhythm. And it was so loud that I couldn't hear anything else, not even my own thoughts, whatever they might have been. And I thought, surely she must be hearing it too. It was as thunderous as horse hooves, louder than tanks. How could anyone not hear it? Take it back, take it back, take it back. And if she couldn't hear it, I thought, surely she must be able to see it. My whole body was begging her, take it back, take it back. If you go, it'll destroy me. Take it back, take it back. I'll be a city in ruins. Take it back. It's not too late. Take it back. Take it back! My whole body was shouting it. Why couldn't she hear it? Why wasn't she saying something?
George?
Yes?
Well? Don't you have anything to say?
Don't go?
I am not depressed. First of all, I think you should know that. Depression to me is numbness, the absence of emotion. My husband sees me bow my head and weep and thinks that this is depression. Sadness, he calls it. My husband is very reductive. But what he does not know, since he hasn't cried probably since he was 7 and broke a limb or something, what he does not know is that there are many reasons for weeping. There's the, I can't believe how beautiful it is, so I weep. Or, I can't believe how true it is, so I weep. Or, I can't believe I'm going to die someday, so I weep. Or, I can't believe everyone I love is going to die someday, so I weep. Or, I am marked for suffering, so I weep. Or, we are all marked for suffering, so I weep.